Welcome to another interesting online class at Emaad Online Academy. I am Muhammad Qasim here, your English language instructor for O-Level and IGCSE English. And today we are going to discuss descriptive writing. Descriptive writing is a part of your writing paper in composition or creative writing section. So in this video, we will discuss about what type of language you should use in it, what is descriptive writing, its format, or how to organize your descriptive writing. And there are some other things that you have to add, like we will add sample passages, descriptive passages. And in this video, you will also find some common mistakes to be avoided. And also we will add at the end some questions for descriptive writing from past papers of Cambridge O-Level English. And you can pause the video and you can solve and try out those questions to practice your descriptive writing. If you want to have vocabulary for descriptive writing, then watch our other video that has a lot of, in that video we shared a lot of vocabulary that includes describing words from different categories, including size, shape, emotion, feelings, weather, opinion, other type of descriptive words, describing words divided into different categories. So in that video, you can have a lot of vocabulary for descriptive writing. So let's see now what is descriptive writing. Descriptive writing is a style of writing that focuses on describing a person, place, object, or event in such a way that the reader can visualize the scene and experience it through the writer's detailed descriptions. So the key word in this definition is visualize the scene. How can one visualize the scene? This is a great art of writer who is going to write a descriptive piece of text that your reader must be able to visualize, to have a vivid picture of what he is reading in his mind. When it happens, when the writer successfully packs images, ideas, sounds, smells, colors, everything in his words, in his piece of writing. So when the writer packs everything successfully, so when writer gives all these things successfully in his piece of writing, so the reader also can visualize through those words the images that are packed in them actually, or the images that have been sewn into that text, that have been coded into that text. Visualize the scene and experience it through the writer's detailed descriptions. So how the writer describes it. This descriptive piece of writing appeals to the 5 senses of the reader, like sight, sound, touch, taste, smell. So when a writer uses the word delicious, the taste comes into the minds of the reader and he feels the taste. So it appeals to his sense of taste. And when there are strong vocabulary words for fragrance and smell, so it appeals to the sense of smell of reader. To create a vivid picture in the reader's mind, a clear, forceful image, powerful image in the reader's mind. So the focus, we can say in this, that the focus of the writer in descriptive writing should be to paint a picture in the reader's mind using vivid descriptions and sensory details, and how it will happen through the use of language, through words and grammatical structures to compose, to weave those words into patterns. And the focus of descriptive writing should be to show, don't tell. Don't simply tell them like the book of just giving the facts. No, you have to show, you have to present everything through your words in the you have to present images, colors, and everything that you describe about something through the use of words. Use specific details rather than vague descriptions. Then there are some key features of descriptive writing. Let's discuss them one by one. Here are some key features. Sensory details. The first key feature of descriptive writing and most important is sensory detail. By sensory we mean that appeals to the 5 senses of readers to engage the reader's senses, like sight, that if you add visual imagery, the scene, the colors and the shapes, so it appeals to the sense of sight of reader. Same happens with sounds like the rustling of leaves and whizzing sound and the sound of strong wind. Those type of auditory imagery that you use appeals to the sense of sound of reader. Then you add strong adjectives. So use precise adjectives to describe the scene or object successfully. So instead of beautiful, try breathtaking or stunning. Vivid verbs you should use that visualize the movement, the action in the mind of the reader. So action words that convey movement or emotion vividly, like glimmered, whispered, tumbled. Then you can also use some figurative language or some literary devices like simile and metaphor. You can add comparisons that enhance imagery. Use like or as for similes and direct comparisons for metaphors. Personification, this is very interesting technique and very important one that you can use in your descriptive writing, and some of the great authors of English used it successfully at an extraordinary level. We will add a little example in giving you the example or sample passage for descriptive writing. So, personification is giving human traits to inanimate objects to create atmosphere. For example, the wind howled through the trees. So it gives wind the impression of like being a living creature, a human being. So you can add other ones as well. Then the structure of descriptive writing. It includes first introduction, set the scene with a broad overview of what is being described. How to set this scene now? You need to read great writers, especially novelists, how they make these things. That will give you an experience, a skill, how to construct, how to start, set the scene with a broad overview of what is being described. After that comes the main body of your descriptive writing. So in this main body, focus on one aspect at a time. In the main body section of your answer or descriptive writing, focus on one aspect at a time. Start with the main subject, then describe its features in detail. So, for certain features, you can make one focus point of your each paragraph to focus on one single feature or other aspects of the same feature. So you can use paragraphs to break down different features or different senses. So if you are adding the auditory details, or the things that appeal to the auditory senses, so focus one paragraph on that thing, then move to the next paragraph and focus on some other thing that appeals to other senses. Then there is conclusion. So when dividing in different paragraphs, try to make it sure that you use suitable linking words and phrases to connect and organize well all your content. For vocabulary for linking words and phrases, watch your other video on linking words and phrases. Then comes conclusion. So end your descriptive writing with a reflection or emotional response to what was described. You can provide a chance for reader as well to reflect over that. You can give your own reflection or your emotional response to what everything that was described. So what was its impact or effect of things that have been described about certain event, place, or thing.